Hello and thanks for joining us. Today we're sharing a remarkable story of a Wayzata high school student who received quite the gift 2 days after turning 16. As Kevin Miller reports, a routine heart checkup 3 years ago turned into something so much more.
Where's the baseball?
You have to go all the way up.
Carter Anderson lives in Medina,
Here's some baseball.
but his true home is on the baseball diamond.
I get to hang out with friends, play the sport that I love, I guess.
He's a pitcher with a half dozen ways to fool you from the mound.
4-seam, 2-seam, curveball, changeup, and slider.
Let's go 3!
But after life threw him a curveball, this 16-year-old isn't sure if he's ready to head back to the diamond.
Being home and
He's been savoring life at home after an extended stay in the hospital.
just being around my family, I guess. Miss that part the most, and hanging out with friends and everything.
Doctors discovered years ago during a routine checkup that Carter had a genetic heart condition.
I just remember the doctor just handing me this piece of paper that said cardiomyopathy dilated. It said his ejection fraction on there, which is normal, was 55 to 75%, and his was in the 40s.
He had a device implanted that could shock him to restore his heart rhythm. After it shocked him several times during a baseball game, doctors discovered his heart was failing.
She said, "I'm sorry to say, but you guys are being admitted. We're going to start the transplant process tomorrow."
And after weeks in the hospital, he got a transplant. It was shortly after his 16th birthday. Now that it's done, he's feeling better.
He was discharged after 10 days of his transplant, and even he could feel and see the difference.
And as he headed home with a new heart, his friends and family gathered for a heartwarming welcome back.
He's just got the biggest smile, and he's shaking all of his buddies' hands, and it's just the little things that you miss out.
As he eases back into life at home, Carter's family has an organ donor to thank. They're asking everyone to become a donor.
It's just something that's so little, in reality, that you can save so many lives.
In Medina, Kevin Miller, CCX News.
You can sign up to be an organ donor when you get your driver's license or a state-issued ID. The Osseo Area School District is looking for community feedback as it moves ahead with plans for attendance boundary changes. Changes in population density are driving the need for new boundaries. The population in Maple Grove is growing, while other areas of the district have fewer students. The district has released 2 boundary change scenarios that would impact about 2,000 families. The school board is expected to finalize the new boundaries in May.
We don't want to do this a lot. If we can do something that for the foreseeable future covers our needs, that's the goal.
The district is hosting a community meeting on boundary changes on March 19th at Osseo Middle School. The changes will go into effect in fall of 2026. And soon, Osseo Middle School will have a mural that offers a look into the past, present, and future. I had the opportunity to visit the school's 7th grade art class that is bringing to life its colors of community.
Where do you see yourself or your ideas in the mural?
In Gretchen Abeglin's art classroom, these 7th graders share pieces of themselves.
The cross.
The piano. What about you, Owen? The sky. That's why it's honoring them and their gifts and where they're from.
That idea cloud was translated to their own shared mural. It's a 3-parter showcasing Osseo's past, present, and future. Her second trimester class is working on part 2, Osseo Right Now.
I didn't want just one group of kids to get to be part of this. How could I make all of my 7th grade groups of kids be part of this? So that was my idea.
Every kid in Abeglin's class is participating, with the help of artist-in-residence Kevin Cleaver.
So we're going to use a pencil, okay? So watch how I do this.
He took the kids' drawings and ideas and brought them to life.
Let me show you how I'm going to have you start.
Now he's guiding the 7th graders through creation.
Everybody's different, and everybody's abilities are a little different. But as far as I can tell, everybody likes to make art and likes to paint on a big surface.
Cleaver says he's never helped with something quite like this, but as a teacher, he's fostering creativity and inviting cultural perspective with elements from Minnesota Native tribes.
I think it's important to keep that alive, and hopefully that'll happen through this art. That's cool. I love that.
For students like Kate Sumberg, it's a chance to create a part of the school that's all her own.
I think it's really fun. It'll be really fun to see it in the hallways next year.
The whole class had a hand in it.
Classmates Zoe Nelson and Naya Crawford can see that clearly.
It represents the people, like the history. I don't know how to describe it, but
The
like
diversity?
yeah, and like how people are and what they do.
The Mural project is funded by a 279 Foundation grant. The next trimester of 7th graders will create third installment of the mural, a depiction of Osseo's future. In the Robbinsdale School District, a Cooper High School math teacher has been named a semifinalist for Education Minnesota's annual Teacher of the Year honor. Garrett Bruce is one of 31 semifinalists. He was selected from an initial field of 142 candidates from across the state. CCX News is scheduled to meet with Mr. Bruce in his class on Tuesday. 10 finalists will be selected in mid-March, with the winner being announced in May. Finally, March Madness has arrived in its artistic glory. We're referring to the March Madness members' art exhibit at Robbin Gallery in Robbinsdale. It's where you'll find some of the best paintings and photographic art around. More than 60 works are on display featuring more than 30 artists. There's truly something for everyone, including a painting of a popular Brooklyn Park drive-in restaurant.
It's just an amazing body of work, and it was so fun to install and pair things up that would play well with each other and make an incredible exhibit here at Robbin Gallery.
The March Madness members exhibit runs through March 30th.